All right, guys, welcome back. We're talking about spot weld cutting now. A couple of things that we're going to utilize for spot welds is going to be a spot weld drill. What is a spot weld, you say? You see these little indentions? Here, so on and so forth. Those are spot welds, right? We can take a grinder and we could sit there and we could grind that down until it's thin enough to break it loose. Or we can use a spot weld drill and make life a lot easier. It'll go a lot quicker, it'll be a lot cleaner. We don't have to worry about having to cut through deeper metal because a spot weld drill is adjustable. I've got one set up over here for you guys. Let me set this camera back up so you guys can see exactly how this all works. Okay, so here's a spot weld drill. All right, on this spot weld drill, you see it's got this big C channel. We'll talk about that here in a second. For now, I'm gonna take that off, and it just comes off that easy. So, the depth that I was just talking about to make sure that you don't cut through other pieces of metal is right here. So you see how I can push these two little tangs down on both sides? That's gonna give me a specific depth to that bit. That bit's not like the types of bits that we find in the shop in our bit kits, right? These are specifically designed for spot welds. These are usually made of like a boron steel or something that's hardened, that's gonna last a long time to be able to drill hundreds of welds between bit uses. To adjust that depth, we just rotate this one way or the other. When you pull the trigger, see how it pops out? So what happens is when that pops out, that's where our C-clamp comes into play. And if you have access to the back side, that butts right up there next to it. So if we were to put that on here, and let's say we were drilling a spot weld, we could get that in here like so, adjust the depth to how we want it. And now, only cut through the layer that we need to cut through. At that point in time, you can see right here how it cut that spot, right? Nice and clean. At that point in time, if we needed to separate it, we would use what's called a spot weld cutter. A spot weld cutter is this chisel looking piece that you could slide in between the two pieces of metal, right? See how sharpened the edges are? And then you just tap it on the backside with like a ball peen hammer. That's gonna split the two pieces apart. You're ready to peel off the damaged metal, start mocking up your new one. If any of you guys have any questions about any of this, be sure to shoot me a text, a phone call, an email. I am here to help you guys work through this. I'm going to try to upload these to eLearn. We'll see how it goes. We're running into all kinds of technical difficulties today. Thank you guys. Have a great afternoon. Tomorrow we'll start welding things together.